You know when you score, you have to put your shirt off, yeah? And the next one I'll let you score. You have to take your shirt off. You have to wave it around your head. Yeah. You can keep it on. You can keep it off if you want. You can get out for a reason so you can actually go ahead. Yeah. Whoa. Come on, run. You've got 1 minute. You've got 1 minute, okay? You've got 2 more minutes. Close your eyes. Okay. When you try to take the ball, close your eyes. Okay. Mike, if you leave it, he'll come up. You'll make it.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to my weekly live broadcast about the interview podcast with the Hello teacher, Angelika. Hello, Ida, welcome. Hello, Sanju, welcome. Hello, Vera Sablam, welcome. Hello, Pinto, welcome. So, how are you all doing today? I'm very happy to see you. Today, our guest speaker is Hello teacher Angelika, who might be joining me within a short time. Hello, Zain, welcome. Sanju, welcome. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. Eid Mubarak to those people who celebrated the Holy Eid, and happy to all the people who celebrated it as well. Excuse me. So, how are you all doing today? And please tell me what's your local time and where are you from? Ida says, teach, I'm much excited because of this cute podcast. Thank you very much, Ida. Hello, Kabdale, welcome. Hello, Shahanaz, walaikum salam. Salam says, I'm from Turkey, welcome. Hello, Biplab, welcome. So, dear viewers, welcome once again. I'm very happy to see you. And we have to wait until the teacher Angelika is here. In the meantime, I've got a question for you. How long have you been learning English and what's the reason? Do you know that Hallo has offered free courses for all of the students? Birsalaf Bhira said, I'm from India. Sanjay says, India. Anika, walaikum salam. Eid Mubarak. Zain said, I'm from Libya. Ahlan sahlan. Aida, I know you're from Iran. Welcome. So thank you very much, guys. And do not forget to toss the heart-shaped symbol to support me. You know, every support is important. Zahlan, Zain says, Ahlan or Sahlan back. Okay. Anika says 1:54 a.m. Marian, hello, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Hello, Tahani, welcome. It's 1:24 a.m. Sanjay. Okay. So welcome all the lovely people. Yahoo! Welcome to my live stream about the weekly interview podcast with the Hello teacher Angelika. Zain, yes, I can read Arabic. I can speak in 6 different languages, fortunately. Hello, Behram, welcome. Hello, Jasmine, welcome. Okay, so once again, guys, how is your English practice going on? Okay, and have you taken the opportunity to enroll the Hello free course? This is my question to all of you. Ida maybe help you explaining how you can join the Hello course. From this app, now teachers are offering free courses. Go to teacher's account, especially if you go to the Discover page, and you'll find a number of teachers are offering free courses. Then join your favorite teacher, the favorite course, enroll it. That's it. But you need to be a verified account holder. That's the only problem. I shouldn't say problem. This is a condition. Okay. So, guys and ladies and everyone, please do join the Hello free courses. All right. So, the question I have asked earlier: how long have you been learning English, and what is the reason? If you can write the answer in the comment section, I'll be happy to read it out loudly. Hey, Teacher Angelica is here. Yahoo! Welcome, Teacher Angelica. You'll join in 5 minutes. That's great. Thank you very much, Teacher Angelica, for the confirmation. So we're going to have good time with Teacher Angelica, dear viewers. We are waiting for you. Yes, Ida. Everyone's waiting for her, including me, your host. Hello, Luke. Welcome. Patiently waiting. Hello, Mr. Ronnie. Welcome. I'm doing fantastic. Super califragilisticexpialidocious. Do you know this word? Super. Oops, it's a very difficult word, yeah? Hello, Ida again. Zain, happy Eid. Yes, Ida, it means excellent. All right, let me see who else is here at the moment. It's me only who is the only tutor or teacher at the moment on this app. I don't see any other teachers making live stream. That's cool. Hello, Sama. Either teacher Angelica is coming back in a few moments. That is what she said. So you need to be patient. I think she's here. Yahoo! Teacher Angelica is here. Hey, teacher Angelica.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome. So, dear viewers, this is our hello teacher, the beautiful teacher Angelica. Would like to welcome her. So, teacher Angelica.
Outside because it's still really warm.
Okay, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself first? Where are you now at the moment and your local time?
Say that again. I couldn't hear you. You cut off.
Your current location and the local time, please.
Oh, okay. So I am in Ireland. Most of you probably know if you watch me. And the time is 9 p.m. and it's still pretty bright outside, which is not the case in all countries, but it gets dark pretty late in Ireland. I don't know about the UK. I'm not sure, but here it's still pretty bright. Hi
W-
everyone.
What time is the sunset today?
Uh, I think around. I mean, it's kind of you can put timers here, but not much. But I don't know the exact time, but soonish, soonish, I guess.
Okay, dear viewers, welcome. Anika and all the lovely people, please remember that, sorry, we must only write in English. Okay, we must communicate English. I have just given a demonstration for one or two sentences, that's fine, but do not continue other than any language which is not English.
Exactly.
So, teacher Angelica, before we start our conversation, how much time have you got for us?
Um, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I'm outside, so until my battery runs out or something, we'll see how it goes.
Because so soon it will be darker, twilight. Then you need to go inside the
That's
home.
true. That's true. Once I start getting scared, I might go inside and run away.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so dear viewers, once again, we are happy to get teacher Angelica. She is one of the amazing teachers of this app. So we'd like to hear about her, childhood, school, college, briefly, and how did she join the Hello app? Teacher Angelica.
Okay. I hate talking about myself. Those of you that are here, I see, a few familiar faces, I guess. Know that I'm originally from Poland. I was born there. I'm 100% Polish, but my family decided to move to Ireland when I was about 12, 11 or 12. So we moved here. I moved here with my parents and my brother. So that's kind of how I learned English. So you guys know that. And I've been living here ever since. So a lot of people keep saying that I have a British accent, American accent, but I feel like I have a mixture of, I don't know, Polish, I don't know, Irish, I don't know what it is, to be honest. What else? I went to university here, obviously. Um, I can't remember. I think I started in 2014. I studied Spanish and Mandarin, so I studied two languages. Um, but I kind of preferred Spanish more. It was a bit easier. And then when I finished university, I worked for a little bit. I worked in a restaurant, and then I moved to Spain to work there. So I kind of became a teacher there. So I worked with younger students. So it was kind of um, a new experience.
Oh. Oh. Hi guys, welcome once again. Sorry, there is a technical glitch. Though I'm from the laptop, looks like this app, this web crashed. So, teach Angelica, I'm sorry. If you please rejoin, would be great.
I'm so scared.
Sorry, teacher Angela. I don't know. I'm from my laptop. Suddenly, I found that I'm out of the live stream. My
Don't
apology.
worry,
Okay,
don't worry.
carry on. But I was going to ask you, which university did you study in Ireland?
Oh, I studied in UCC, in University College Cork, so kind of in the southern part of Ireland. So yeah, I loved it. It was one of the best universities. I really, really enjoyed it. But I don't know where I kind of stopped. But okay, so I studied Spanish and Mandarin. So I was saying I moved to Spain after that. I had an opportunity. One of my college professors kind of recommended me to go and, improve my language and things like that. And that's where I kind of became a teacher. And as I was saying, it was kind of weird to transition from that to Hallo because students here are more, they're older, and there's different ages here. Usually people are older, 20s or up, maybe a bit younger. Whereas I was used to teaching children that were from 3 years old to 12, 13, 14 years old. So it's kind of a, a weird. Well, it's not a weird change, a good change, but it was kind of, trying to be used to it, I guess. But yeah, and then of course the pandemic happened. It was just the world just went crazy, right? So I was kind of, you know, that's kind of how I found Hallo. I was just looking for, different things, different opportunities, and then I saw an ad for Hallo. I didn't really think much of it. I just thought I'd apply. I didn't think they would get back to me. I was just like, I kind of forgot about it, right? And then 2 days later, they said that, you got accepted. We loved your CV, whatever. We looked at it, and then she sent us, the video, introducing yourself, talking about yourself, and then literally a day after that, I got accepted and did my very first awkward live stream on Hallo. So that's kind of my story in just a few words. There you go.
That's great, teacher Angelica. Thank you very much for the
You're
share.
welcome.
Is my voice clear and you can see the video clearly, right? Thank you. I would like to welcome all the people who have joined once again. Ida, Mariam, Anika, Liuk, then again Ida, Hassan, Ibrahim, Weil, Jordan, Stars, Veni, and who else? Sarias, Jordana, Ibrahim. Well, thank you very much everyone for joining. Please do not forget to toss the heart shape to support teacher Angelica as well as me.
I
Once
want to do a heart, but I can't with one hand. But yeah,
Yeah,
do a heart.
that's okay. And as you might be aware, the teacher Angelica is one of the Hello Course teachers. We're going to hear more about it, how you guys or ladies can join her course freely. Okay, so teacher Angelica, you mentioned that you moved to Ireland when you were, was it 12 years old, you said?
About 12, yeah.
Okay, so when you moved there, did you have any cultural difference? Did you find any cultural difference or cultural shock? Sometimes we say.
Not necessarily culture, I guess. People are kind of the same, I guess. Um, when it comes to people, I feel I found and I still find that Irish people are more open and, very kind and just nicer in general. They're not so, closed up when it comes to, welcoming new people, and whether it's in school or whatever, they're super, super nice. So whereas Polish people can be a bit closed, unless like they get to know you better and stuff like that. I was pretty young, so I don't remember that much. The only challenge was the language, of course, but like cultural aspect, not really. I don't think so. I think I was lucky that people kind of accepted me quickly and just I became friends with everyone, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay, that's cool. So, uh, when it was the pandemic time, you just applied for the Hello and you become teacher. So do you remember your first live stream? How did you feel?
Oh, we should skip that. No. I remember it very, very well. It wasn't that long ago, actually. A lot of people think I have been here for a very long time, which I haven't. I've been here for, I don't know, 3, 4 months. It seems like I've been here forever, with especially with all the people that are joining every day and stuff like that. But my very first live stream was very awkward, definitely. A lot of just trying to get used to how it works when it comes to technology, first of all, and then just people were so lovely. There was no problem with that. It was just the butterflies in your stomach. It kind of putting yourself out there, I guess. It's a bit awkward, but I can't look at it now. People always remind me, oh, you were so, I like, not, people don't tell me I was awkward. They say it was very nice and very sweet, but I, I just didn't like it. I prefer live streams on a computer where it's not like as zoomed in. My face is kind of far away. I'm not up, like, right there. But it was fine. It wasn't too bad. It could have been worse. Could have been worse.
Okay, so now the next question is obviously when you started, we have like a monthly subscription strategy. After how many days you got your first subscriber?
Oh my gosh, I could not tell you. I think it took me quite a while to get few subscribers. Um, I can't remember the exact time, but once I started getting one and two, I started getting more, which was kind of surprising because I thought it would take me a long time. So I couldn't tell you the exact amount or number of days, but it was pretty quickly. I think, yeah. I'm trying to think back, but yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So, teacher Angelica, I'm sure that when you started making your live streams, obviously you've got different kind of learners: beginner, intermediate, advanced, or maybe fake beginner. Sometimes we say it.
Yeah.
With your teaching strategy, how did you manage all of this kind of learners?
Okay. It was difficult at first, definitely, because, you know, doing one live stream, and there's like, of course, you can do different live streams, like beginner live stream, you can kind of schedule it. But at first, I was trying to figure it out, so I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and I got so many requests, like, can you do this? Can you do this? And it was kind of, overwhelming. And I try to do everything for everyone, for every level, which is kind of impossible, like just one teacher, one person. But I feel like I just feel more confident with doing things that are more intermediate, like kind of in the middle, not too difficult because I'm not that skilled, but not beginners. I don't feel like I am skilled in that kind of aspect. So I kind of go in the middle. If people have different questions, they can ask. So I always recommend different teachers. If they are they have more life for beginners or higher advanced. So I kind of tell them you should check this person out and this person out because they might be better for you and they will help you better than me. So I kind of stick to the middle, I guess. You know I never stick to one thing. Kind of, you know what I mean?
That's great. So, as a hello teacher, how do you define professionalism?
Professionalism. Um, you know what? Hello can some okay. How do I word this? Um, of course, we have to try to be very professional, and I try to be, which can be difficult on Hello, I find, because so many different people are on Hello, students, teachers, and I think, including myself, different teachers will try to be, professional and trying to keep the environment professional and teach in a professional way. But sometimes it's kind of weird. I try to be professional, but I kind of try to be, you know, firm and kind of remind people why they are there, that they are there to learn, and not just keep it professional, like you said. It's kind of difficult, but we'll try our best.
Okay, teacher Angelica. By the way, for information, teacher Angelica and all the viewers, all of my live streams sharing through my Facebook Live as well as my YouTube live channel. So there are a few people watching from there. So
Okay.
yeah, some people are from there. Let me quickly welcome them. Noor Alam and obviously a few other people. I can't see their names. Thank you very much for joining from different parts. And today we are having conversation with one of the amazing Hello teachers, teacher Angelica. So teacher Angelica, you mentioned that you can speak two languages, Mandarin and English, and Polish. I believe that three, right?
Well,
Uh,
oh well, my Mandarin is very very bad. Let's just say that. It was my minor in at university, so I kind of focused more on Spanish. I had to take another language, so I kind of went for that. It was quite difficult, so I kind of you know sticking to Spanish, and then I moved there and things like that. But my Spanish is definitely way better than my Mandarin. But then of course Polish. I speak Polish with my parents, my family and things like that. And English, of course. I learned it here and I'm teaching it. And then I'll probably some people that watch me know that I'm still studying Korean at the moment, but I'm nowhere near being fluent or anything like that. So it's just kind of like in my free time.
that's great, teacher Angelica. I'm sure that you have heard the great news. June has announced us that we have got quite a good contracts with few, I think not few, a good number of Korean institutes, and and hopefully we are going to get many Korean students. And yeah, and because you know the language, it will be a plus point for you. You know.
I know that would be amazing. There's a few students that are from Korea, and I know we're not allowed to speak Korean, but when they find that someone else speaks Korean, they get excited and they join more frequently. So it's fun. It's fun to see people from everywhere, not just Korea, but from all over the world, which is great. But yeah, great news I have heard.
দরজাটা লাগাই যাও বাবা. That's great, teacher Angelica. Now, how many countries have you visited up to now?
Ooh, people ask me that question a lot in my live stream. I can't remember the exact number, but I always say 6 or 7. Probably around 6. I mean, does Ireland and Poland count? I guess that would be two
Obviously.
already,
Hmm.
right? Okay, so we have then the UK, so Scotland, England. I lived in Spain for a bit, so that another one, and then France as well. I was only there briefly, but I always say
That's great. So, this podcast is mainly about all the Hello teachers, their personal life, liking, disliking, and sometimes we ask funny questions. If you're comfortable, you can answer. If not, you can skip it straight away.
okay,
Or most of the times, teachers answer it a very funny way
okay,
to make it more funnier situation. So, teacher Angelica, I'm sure that you're still single, right?
maybe.
Okay. Now, if it is okay to ask, when you are in school,
Mhm.
I'm sure you had many friends. The
What kind of school? Like, you mean primary school or
primary,
secondary?
secondary, or college or university, you had many friends. Did any of your friend ever propose you, ask you for a date?
Oh gosh. Let's see. Mm, I met one of my boyfriends, ex-boyfriends now at university, but we weren't friends first. But we kind of met at a party. We had mutual friends, but none of my friends. No, I kind of used to stick to just like a girl kind of group. And then if we went to a party or something, we would socialize with the opposite sex. But yeah, no, not really. It's just sad. No one likes me. No,
Uh,
I'm joking.
okay, that's all right. So, when you came to Ireland from Poland and you went to the English school, do you remember who was your first friend?
I remember my first day here in school very vividly. My dad walked me to school, and I remember the door just closing in my face, and my dad just saying bye, and I was on my own. It was pretty funny. But I was very lucky. There was a Polish girl in my class actually, and she helped out a lot because she was there before me. I think for a year and a half or something like that. So she, helped me, with English and things like that. And I'd say she was kind of my like first friend, and then few others that she was friends with kind of joined us, and she introduced me and all that stuff. But yeah, I was pretty lucky.
That's great. Now I'm coming to your some of the personal likings. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food? I always say I don't have favorite, and people get angry at me. I love every food, but lately I always say people probably know in the comments if you guys know comment. Um, I love spicy food, so I would say spicy tofu with some rice and some vegetables.
Do you know how to cook?
Okay, I survived at university and living on my own, so I think I'm okay. I'm not amazing, but I think I'm okay.
All right. Okay. And your favorite color?
Favorite color. If black counts as a color, then black. If not, purple. These are kind of mine too. Black or purple.
Your favorite dress?
Favorite dress. Do you mean like dress as in clothing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, anything black, like I said, like even now, dark colors, something comfortable. I'm not a very dirty girl. So something comfortable, some jeans and a t-shirt and things like that. Comfort.
Okay. All right. When you were a child, what did you want to be when you would be grown up?
Oh, we actually talked about this in my last live stream. Okay, I think when I was pretty young, of course, everyone wants to be some sort of a superhero or a princess or something. But as I get older, teacher was one of them. So I kind of forgot about it, and now I'm back to it again. So like a teacher, I wanted to be a vet as well at one stage. I really love animals. Um, I applied for criminology course at university. I got accepted, but I kind of went a different route. I went to I decided to do Spanish, so kind of things like that. I guess like the main three main ones. So yeah, I don't remember anything else.
Um, that's okay. Do you have any pets? You mentioned you like animals.
No, I used to have so many when I lived in Poland, but here we are renting a house. We're not really allowed to have any pets, but all of my neighbors, like in my garden, they have different pets, so they always come here. So I feel like I have some pets, but none of like my actual own pets.
Okay, okay. Dear viewers, you're going to ask question after a while, and I'm sure teacher Angelica can answer it, and obviously I can also read it out for her. So these we are almost half of the interview type podcast. Can you please give me 1 second?
Yeah, of course.
Ryan, what are you looking for? Okay, দরজাটা লাগাই যাও. Sorry, I'm back. So teacher Angelica, when it's a matter of teaching English, which things come first for our learner?
First, which things come first? Is it as a learner? Is it
Mm.
um kind of a difficult one. All people always come to my live stream asking for so much advice and where to start, and I just it's very difficult to answer. Everyone's different, right? And I just you can't. There's not one recipe. Well, I always say for just one person, right? But it's just first of all, you have to have the will to start, right? You have to be excited to start learning English, and then join Hallo. And Hallo is the first step. So you guys are here. Hallo is an amazing first step, no matter what level it is. And there's so many amazing teachers here, and they can help on that journey, starting that journey. And when it comes to actual learning words and things like that, like I said, everyone's different. Some people like to jump in and start reading books, and they kind of pick it up that way. Other people do different things. So again, it all depends on a person. But from my experience, I always tell people to kind of, I know it can kind of be difficult to start learning just vocabulary because they might not know where to start. But I always say, learn more vocabulary rather than grammar. Grammar, okay, don't get me wrong, grammar is super important. But from my experience, I learned so much grammar when I went to Spain. I didn't have enough vocabulary. So even though I knew how to form sentences, I didn't have enough vocabulary to form those sentences. So I would say find a good balance of grammar and vocabulary, maybe even a little bit more vocabulary than grammar. Because if you have enough words, you can still communicate, even though if it's not 100% perfect grammatically. So that's kind of what I would say, I guess. I hope that answers the question.
That's great, teacher Angelica. Thank you very much. Uh, so, uh, so I believe that these are your teaching strategies, obviously. And as a Hello teacher, what are the challenges you have faced up to now?
Ooh, the challenges. I feel like sometimes maybe my experience, like I said, I worked with younger kids. I wasn't as used to teaching grammar, especially difficult grammar, or maybe some of the terminology for different things. That can be kind of challenging if you don't know. It can get a bit frustrating. I like to I whenever the topic, whatever if I ever talk about grammar, especially, I need to be really prepared just in case. So that definitely that. And what else? I feel like a lot of people will agree with me that sometimes it can be difficult when people come to my live streams to distract others
Mm.
or talk about topics that they're not supposed to talk about. Just asking. I don't mind answering personal questions, but sometimes it's too much, and I just people don't kind of you're nodding, yeah. That's kind of this boundary. Sometimes people cross, so that can be a bit frustrating as well. But you just deal with it as you go, I guess. You know.
Teacher Angelica, and for all the viewers, sometimes I watch all of your live streams, almost every teacher, every student in incognito mode to find out what's happening. I found that live streams there are many boys who are flirtuous. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
And
100%.
how do you manage these spammers? Sometimes they say bad things. How do you manage them?
You know what? I always say that I would block everyone, and everyone was kind of like, "Oh, that's a bit harsh" at the beginning. But if people spam or if people say weird things, depends what it is. If it's super bad, the person gets blocked and reported straight away. I don't have time for that. They're distracting me, my students, and it's not a place to say those things. Sometimes if it's not as bad, I just tell them, hey, look, this is what we're doing. Please don't say that again. Please don't spam, or this is not how I want you to talk to me as a teacher. And they get a warning. And if we continue, again, that's why we have the block button. And if they apologize, then they can continue to stay on my live stream and have a normal conversation. So yeah, I'm very happy that I always tell my students that the block button is one of my favorites because at least one person gets blocked during my live stream, which is sad. I don't want to block anyone, but sometimes you have to. For my safe, not safety, but just I don't want that kind of atmosphere, negativity, or whatever in my live stream for me and my students. So
Neither do I, honestly, teacher Angelica. And what I have found that our students are so supportive. They try to protect us,
yes,
which is really helpful to them. These students
yes,
are so supportive. They love us. They take care of us as their family members.
yes,
Yes, we are
they
a
do.
yeah, we are a big family of 1.8 million members from more than 160 countries. And teacher Angelica, you might have noticed that over the last 4 weeks, many teachers have been removed because Hello is focusing on more professionalism, quality, contact, and also the courses. And we know that you're one of the Hello course teachers. Would you like to share? I'm going to share your these classes in a moment. Just tell our viewers how they can join your free lessons.
Awesome. Okay, so at the moment I only have one because I didn't have the time. And of course, the courses are starting on the 2nd of August officially. So from a courses. We're doing some of them at the moment, but officially starting in August. At the moment, I am doing Around the World 1. There's Around the World 2. There's different other courses as well. You can check them out, guys. I showed it before on my live streams on my channel how you can do it. Like teacher had it showing them right there. That's awesome. So I'm doing the first one at the moment. So there's so many different topics, amazing topics that it's I love the way um, how the Hallo team prepare the course. This guide, I really like it. So a lot of you actually, told me the students that they kind of joined for a bit and they liked it. They were typing comments and things like that. But it's just a fun, kind of how do I say it? It's a relaxed conversation, but with some structure, so you kind of know what you're saying, know what you're talking about, so you don't just talk about things that are not necessary. You're actually learning something by just having fun, by having a nice conversation in kind of a smaller group, because sometimes people might get intimidated. So
Hmm.
especially when we had hop-ons before, right? A lot of people are watching, depending how much following you have, people might get a bit intimidated. So it's kind of nice to have a smaller group as well, and people can hop on and just, learn, ask questions, right? Not everyone has the opportunity or chance to ask questions. So it's fun. They can ask whatever they want. So that's fun. And I'll be doing more in the future probably. So we'll see how it goes. So keep checking my schedule, guys.
That's right, guys, dear viewers. As Angelica teacher is offering free Hello courses, and the paid courses would be coming from the next month. Still, you have the opportunity to grab the, you know, class lesson from her. Join it, have an experience, and I'm sure you can learn a lot of things from her. Okay, teacher Angelica, what is, or maybe what are the weakest side for you as a Hello teacher?
As of the Hannah or myself as a teacher?
Both. We'd like to know
Both.
both.
Oh gosh. Okay. The weaknesses. Let's see. Like I said, I wish sometimes. I mean, Halo is kind of changing, going towards more like professionalism, like you kind of mentioned before. So I like that. Um, so I'm really liking that it's going that direction. People will be more, especially because I know people, a lot of people are complaining that courses will not be free and things like that. But I feel like if people are paying and they are, there, they're spending their money because they actually want to learn instead of just being there writing silly flirtations and comments and things like that,
Mhm.
like you said. So and it's kind of a weakness right now, but it's kind of changing, which is good. So that's awesome. But when it comes to me, I have no idea. I guess my students would have to tell me what my weakness is. I know you guys probably won't want to tell me, but if you'd like, I would love the feedback and the, criticism or whatever. I can take it, guys. Tell me. Annika said no weaknesses. Thank you, Annika. Annika's always there.
Yeah, I'm sure there are many of your students are here. So thank you very much, all the lovely people who have joined and making comments and giving us support. Your love is really amazing. We can't pay them back. I wish I could pay them back.
I know. I wish.
Okay, so teacher Angelica, how do you spend your leisure time?
Oh gosh. How? Let's see. Um, like I mentioned before, just I always like studying languages, or that's whenever I get a chance.
Don't you
I like.
don't you feel bored?
No, I love it. I love it so much. I just maybe not the grammar part of the language. I wish I always say to my students, I wish there was a pill that we could take so we could just become fluent. You know? I wish there was a thing. Maybe someday in the future. But
Mm.
no, I don't. I love it. I'm always surrounded by books, books, coloring pens, everything. I love it. I've always been like that. So
I'll come back to your question about books. How much time have you got for us?
um,
Half an hour?
I don't mind. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Half an hour? More than half an hour? That would be great.
yeah, that's fine.
Great, teacher Angelika. Thank you very much once again, guys. Today we are having conversation. One of the amazing Hello teachers, Angelika, who lives in Ireland, and she's also a course teacher. If you'd like to join her live stream, free courses, please go to her account and enroll the course. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions about teacher Angelica, dear viewers, it's your time. You can write on the comment section because I was not paying attention. Then she can read and I can read too. Welcome all the lovely people. I can't read all the names because I'll be got stuck. Otherwise, we are having conversation. Someone has asked you, I think, letter T. What's your actual profession? He may have missed it.
Oh, so let's see. Yeah, what's your actual profession? So, a teacher. I am a, qualified teacher outside as well. That's what I used to work as. When before the, like I said, the pandemic happened, so I kind of had to come back to Ireland and put a hold to that. But it would be amazing to go back. But I have Hallo now, which is great. So I'm kind of continuing that. But since like 2019, I kind of have been like officially a teacher. So that's my profession.
That's great. So, what is your motivation to be a good teacher or professional teacher?
Motivation, you really, the easiest way to say is just have to love people. And I get excited when people when my students ask me questions and then they get it, and I don't know, it's just you have that thing, a feeling inside that you kind of help someone, even if it's just the tiniest bit. As a teacher, no matter what you teach, like I feel like the feedback and the people, when people learn from you and they get it and they get excited and then they get even more motivated, and that motivates you, right? So that's kind of great, just seeing how they progress and improve.
That's really cool. So, if you have to advise our students and learners how they can motivate themselves.
Okay, how to motivate themselves. I always say, I mean, sometimes it's easier said than done, but finding the right reason to learn, right? Because I know sometimes for me, when I'm learning Spanish or Korean, right, I really love it. I love the culture, so it's easier for me to learn. So I already have that motivation, right? I want to know more. I want to understand TV shows and things like that. So finding a good reason, because if you're forced, for example, in school where I was forced to learn math, I didn't learn it, right, very well, because there was no motivation. You were forced to do it. So finding a good, like a reason. Maybe you want to understand, a book that you found or something in a different language, or well, in this case, we're talking about English, right? And you want to understand more, maybe more complicated books, or understand song lyrics, or things like that. Just find something that keeps you going, and things like that. So it's different for everyone, but yeah, there you go.
So, teacher Angelica, do you sing?
Okay, that's the thing. My students always ask me if I can and tell me to do it, but I can't. If I
Uh,
did, windows would break. No.
the reason what? Because your face is, so familiar. It resembles one of the famous singers of the USA.
Everyone's always, at least, I get at least one or two comments every day that I look like someone that sings or something, which I don't get. I get the compliment. Thank you very much, guys. But no, I only sing in my room on my own.
Uh,
It's just
can, can you
for
play?
fun.
Can you play any musical instrument?
In school, we have to in Irish schools. Up to a certain age, you have to learn an instrument. Um, Everyone's very bad at it because not everyone's very talented. But um, we had to learn kind of like a flute, but that was years ago. But I couldn't do it now. And I have a ukulele at home, and I try to kind of play it, but I'm nowhere near like being, good at it. Just kind of strumming a few chords here and there, but I'm not. I've always been on the language side and the book side rather than like other things like musically and things like that. So
Okay. So, dear viewers, we're having conversation with one of the Hello teachers, Angelica, who lives in Ireland. If you have any questions or comments, You're welcome to us. Someone has asked a question. I scrolled it. What is your goal in your life?
Ooh, goal in my life. I feel like my goals change every like year or so. I don't know. I feel like the normal, the usual, having a family, having, continuing working, just being happy, I guess. Definitely getting a dog. That's on my bucket list. When I have my own house, having a house, having a family. I guess it's time, everyone. I always tell all of my students that I'm old and it's time. So
Hmm.
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
So you like to have a dog, puppy, yeah?
Yes, definitely. If I ever get a dog, definitely when he or she's a puppy, so we can train them and have them since the very start as a part of our family. That would be awesome.
Okay. Say you are made an animal. Which animal you would like to be?
Ooh, if I have to be an animal. I always say elephants are my favorite. They're very, very smart.
Elephant?
So
Mammals?
yeah,
Mammals?
yeah. I
Have,
don't know.
have you watched the movie Ice Age?
Yeah,
You did, yeah?
yeah. It's
P.
very fun.
Okay. Which is the Disney character do you like?
Disney character. Ooh. I've seen quite a lot of Disney movies. Favorite Disney. You know what? Maybe not a character, but my favorite movie of all time, Disney movie, is The Lion King. I've that was always my favorite. I watched it so many times in my life. So probably just the characters in there. I guess I don't have one as my favorite, but yeah, that movie's amazing.
Hakuna Matata.
Yes. Oh, I love that. They did a remake of it, the
Hmm.
live action one. It wasn't really my favorite. I wasn't that impressed. I'd rather stick to the original. That was kind of a bit better. But yeah.
That's great. So now the next question would be, if you were to choose one country to live in other than Poland or Ireland, which country would you like to live and why?
Ooh. I guess I would go back to Spain. I really liked it there. Maybe not where I was. I was kind of in the northern part of Spain. Because it was a bit colder. I know Spain might not seem like it's a cold country, but I was really close to mountains, so it was kind of cold in winter. So I would definitely move south. But yeah, because I kind of know the language, I really like the people, So I really liked it. So I would definitely move there if I had the chance, maybe someday.
Okay, I'm going to recite two famous songs and you need to tell me which language and from where possibly. Op-
Okay,
okay, first one, Open Gangnam Style.
Korea.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Despacito, this is how I do in Puerto Rico. La 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 la.
Spanish, right?
Pasito, pasito. Hey!
Amazing, awesome.
Who is your favorite singer?
Mm, at the moment, I listen to a lot of Korean artists, so I'll type it in the comments. There is one person. His name is Wild to BTS. Yes, I love BTS. So you guys know Ash Island. He's kind of like a Korean rapper, but more like I don't know. It's very nice. It's kind of like a slower kind of
I have seen
vibe.
some of the videos of Island.
Oh, really?
Amazing. I like watching.
Yeah.
Teacher Angelica, I should have told you, I'm a musician, professional musician.
Awesome.
I play
Oh.
bass guitar and drums. So I
Oh
played with
wow.
different kinds of bands. And almost every month, I organize a musical live stream from Hello. I invite all the Hello teachers and students. They can come and participate and sing. That is the rule and condition.
Oh. Oh my. How did I not know that? Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Okay. How often do you do it?
Once in a month, so
Okay.
mostly during the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of where my time is off from Halo, so I wouldn't be able
Oh,
to
okay.
do that. But
But because that's the only time I can, conduct this kind of less,
yeah.
streams. Because Monday to Friday I work normally, as you might
Yeah.
be aware.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, someone is asking about local time. Our local time is 9:43 p.m. Saturday, not Saturday. My apology. Friday night. It is same as Irish time, right? What is the Irish time?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
9:43.
so it is GMT plus an hour. GMT is 8:43. So both teacher Angelica and I live in England, guys, and teacher Angelica lives in Ireland. If you are first time watching, welcome, and we are very happy to see you. Keep watching. If you have any questions about teacher Angelica, about her lessons, her strategies, grammar question, anything else, you are more
No, not grammar. Don't ask me grammar.
more than welcome to do that. Uh,
Yes, guys. Etna, Ruthie, hi, guys.
yeah, they are having fun. I can see that some of the
Yeah.
comments. Okay, teacher Angelica. Now, next thing is I was going to ask you. You said you like reading books. So, do you like British literature or American literature or any other literature?
Usually I have a lot of British literature. I don't think I have that many American authors. I don't really have. It's not that I don't have time. I can't remember. The last book that I picked up was probably Game of Thrones. Um, so I have some of them that I have to finish. But usually I have a lot of kind of thrillers by this one author. British author. Oh gosh, what I can't remember his name now. If you guys remember, remind me. Some of my students probably know. Um, but yeah, so Game of Thrones. So kind of like thriller. I try to read everything. It's if I read on the back of the book to read what the book is about, catches my eye, I just read it. I don't really look at what kind of literature it is or where it's from or things like that. So
So, have you read any books of Rowling's Harry Potter?
I've seen the movies, but not the book. No, not the book. That's surprising. I know a lot of people read it, but no, I haven't. Should I?
It's
Or
a,
should I?
it's
Let
a,
me know.
it's after you. It's like if fiction. Or
I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I like the movies. I really like the movies. So I think I picked up one of the books when I was in school. We kind of had a library in my school, and I think it was just lying around, and I picked it up. But my English wasn't great. That great back then. So I kind of gave up on it, but it was years ago.
okay, so have you read any literature of William Shakespeare or Jane Austen? Or
Jane Austen, no. Shakespeare, yes. In Ireland, we have to do Shakespearean plays and dramas in school. So I did Romeo and Juliet, of course, classic, and Macbeth when we
mm,
had exams. So I was really good. It was really good. I really liked that. We went and seen the plays, with actors and things like that. So it was really, really good. So yeah, Shakespeare is really good. I really like it.
okay, have you read any books of Stephen King's or Stephen Hawkins?
Stephen King or Stephen Hawking? Um, Stephen King, yes. I started the very thick book, It, about the clown. But Stephen Hawking, no. I've seen a movie about him, but I haven't read any of his books. I feel like I'm not smart enough for his books.
No, no, you're answering fantastic. That's okay. Do you know where was Stephen Hawking from? Do you know that?
He's from England, right?
Yes, Cambridge.
Right, Cambridge.
Yeah.
There we go. Awesome, very smart man.
Okay. Uh, that's okay. You have read It. Yeah,
Yes,
that's cool.
some of it, not all of it. I started it. I bought it after. I think I saw the movie.
Which one?
So
IT?
yeah,
Hmm.
so I saw the first movie and then I bought it. Yeah, a, a few months after I think I bought it. I can't remember, but yeah, it's a very thick book. Takes a while to read, but
Okay. There is one question. I forgot the person's name. I read it quickly. If you had to change the whole world, if you are given the
oh my
power, what would you like to change?
no more. I say people. I feel like everyone would say that. Maybe not, but just no more hate. Nothing. Just you know, all around peace. It's just there's just too much. Or get rid of Corona. or any disease, any sickness, anything like that. That would be also good. To kind of maybe a mixture. If we kind of could mix it all together, I guess something like that. Anyway.
That's great. Dear viewers, once again, we are talking with our Hello teacher Angelika, who is also course teacher. If you want to join her course, please visit her account and hit to the subscribe button. It's totally free. But the only limitation is that it should be verified account holder. You have to have at least $1, or maybe your account is connected to a credit or debit card. Otherwise, they can't subscribe to you. Okay. That's great. Okay, guys. So we are going to go now with funny questions, teacher Angelica, and everyone enjoys that. So, dear viewers, once again, you can ask any funny question to teacher Angelica. I'm sure she's going to answer it. So, teacher Angelica, this is the question I always ask almost every Hello teacher. And by the way, you must be aware that this interview podcast I started since February of this year, and Ryan was the first teacher. I invited almost every teacher who joined last year at the beginning, like March, and many of them were busy. Some of them are not yet free to join me, but eventually they're going to join us. And our CEO June has also said that he's going to join in some point in the future. And Ben already joined, our co-founder, and almost every teacher. And next week, teacher Martin, after the teacher Sean, and many other teachers are coming, all the new teachers. My idea is to bring all our teachers to have a comfortable environment to talk about their personal life, because as a teacher you come here, you teach, sometimes you are gone and people have lots of questions. Okay, so it's like a breezing between you and our viewers, our students. Okay, so teacher Angelica,
Mm-hmm.
you know that the question is like that: you'll be sent to a jungle or a forest. You can take three things, one, two, three. Okay, and you have to survive in that forest for 6 months. And which three things you can take with one, two, three? You have to give the numbers and you have to tell us the reason why have you chosen.
Oh my God! I remember I had a similar question at one of my job interviews. It was very difficult. Oh my gosh! Only three guys help me out in the comments.
No, no, you cannot copy their answer. That will be
Okay.
cheating.
Okay. Three things. Okay. Maybe something, either a lighter or something to light a fire while I
Mhm.
cook to
Lighter.
keep it warm.
Hmm.
For one, anything that would help me start a fire. Number two. Okay, what kind of climate are we in? Are we cold, hot climate? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. The climate may change anytime. You'd be in jungle, forest, like Amazon jungle, for example.
Okay, something to protect me, so something to wear or like cover myself, or something like waterproof or something. I don't know if I can either cover myself or maybe like make some shelter and put it on top or something like that. What else? And third, maybe a full supply of food before, so I'll have something before I have to start hunting or something. I don't know.
How can you carry a lots of food? You can't carry that.
Maybe just like a small amount, just to, just for the first day or two, and then I'll just like maybe find some food, some berries or something around. I don't know, just to keep me going. Because if I have nothing straight away, I would panic and I would not think straight. So maybe like an energy bar or something to keep me going.
Okay, let me share two answers from our male teachers. They answered it very funny way. One teacher said he will take three wives. Another teacher said three girlfriends, and the reason he will make them work for him.
Wow, I should have said that. I should have said that. Oh my goodness. It's not bad. I mean, it kind of works, I guess. But I don't think he would be willing to do all the work if he was just, sitting there doing nothing. But oh my goodness, that's funny.
That's right. Okay. Thank you very much, teacher Angelica, for the answer. Now,
No,
if you won £1 million tonight, what would you do?
what will I do? Buy a house, definitely. I don't really care about a car or anything like that. Definitely build a nice house. Just set the life is going to be my house. have a family there and things like that. So definitely a house. And whatever I have left, I don't know, just give it to my family or something. Share with everyone. Follow everyone on Hallo. I wish I could sometime. That would be fun.
Okay. And so you said you're going to give the money to your family. Okay. Did you ever think of doing any charity work with the money?
With the money that I win or just in general?
In general and with the money, both.
Uh, with the money, yeah, definitely. I would kind of, I guess, take care of my family first and then kind of help others as well. And in school, we used to actually volunteer a lot. There's this program that you do to get like a medal in your school. You volunteer. So we used to, go to nursing homes and help out older people, and just go and have a conversation or just help with whatever people need to go for a walk to, like long walks or whatever to, raise some money and things like that. So I used to do that a lot when I was in school. I haven't done anything like that lately, but in school we used to do it a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Sami has a question. Teacher, if you have magic powder, maybe power, he meant,
Power, yeah.
where will you use?
Magic power. Magic power.
Like Superman,
Oh,
for
Superman.
example. Okay.
I think I would, if I had a superpower, I would read people's minds and see if they're honest and if they what they're thinking by asking questions or something. Maybe like mind reading. Would that count as a superpower? I guess maybe. I don't know if it counts.
Hmm.
Why not?
Okay. I'm sure you have also read many poems or poetry.
Yeah, definitely. In school, we had to. We had no choice. We had to, especially if you did higher level English, which I did the different levels. So a lot of Shakespeare and a lot of poetry, especially Irish poetry.
Do you like to share Irish or the Shakespearean poetry? One or two lines, if you can remember. Or sonnet? Do you like sonnet?
Oh my gosh, I
O-
can't remember. It's so
Octave?
long ago.
Maybe octave?
I prefer more,
Hey, Teacher
poems
Ahmed
that.
is here. Teacher Ahmed, would you like to join? Yes.
Hi, to be or not to be. Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? That one, very classic, very famous. Yeah, but I prefer more plays rather than poetry. I feel like I understand it a bit more. More kind of used to it. We did more of plays, Shakespearean plays rather than poetry. I was always kind of bad at it. My teacher had one interpretation, students had another interpretation. It was kind of like a disaster sometimes. But yeah.
Hmm. Okay, let me see. Teacher Ahmed, if you are free, please join us for a few moments. I think it will be amazing. When I see any Hello Teacher, I always like to invite them to join me. That really makes me much valued, honestly.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Give me a second.
that's
Yeah.
okay. So, Teacher Angelica, you know that our learners very often they are confused about the accent and pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your advice? How they can understand it's a pronunciation or it's an accent, and which one they should focus?
Okay. I always get a question about accents and if they're important, number one. I always say an accent should be the last thing you worry about. You need to learn, all the basics and everything first. And then um, the accent is kind of like the icing on the cake at the end. You can kind of play around with it if you're confident enough, I guess. Um, yeah, I feel like different people have different preferences. Sometimes people come to my live streams and they say, "Oh, I prefer American accent and I want to learn. Do you have any recommendations of shows for that?" Other people prefer British accent. Some people want to travel to America, they focus on that one. Others travel to the UK or whatever. So I guess depends on the preference and whatever your plans are. If you're planning to move to a certain place, then you focus on that accent. But in general, I feel like American might be a bit easier to understand, more straightforward, because the British accent is a bit fancier, I guess. It's not too difficult. Um, but for someone only starting out, learning and things like that might be a bit too difficult. So yeah.
So may I ask you to demonstrate one sentence, British accent, Irish and Polish, and maybe neutral.
Oh my God, that's the thing. You know what? I have a mix of. I just have my own accent. I can't do accents. I'm bad at accents. People always say I have American accent, which I don't think I do. I feel like I'm very, I speak. I'm kind of conscious when I'm on Hallo how I speak. Oh my gosh, there's like a big bug there. I'm gonna die. Um,
Where?
but yeah, no, like flying around because I'm outside. So I'm just going to.
Are they aliens?
I mean, I hope not.
Okay. I heard that there are aliens coming for the beautiful women in the planet Earth.
Well, I think I'll be safe. I'll say it like that. Yeah, I get a lot of questions about aliens actually, but who knows? Who knows? They might come and get involved. I don't know.
Teacher Ahmed is joining. Yahoo! Hey, Teacher Ahmed!
Hello.
Hello, teacher Rahat, teacher Angelika, and everyone. How are you?
Hello.
Good to see you here.
Good. How are you doing?
Well, doing well. Thank you. Thank you
How's
for asking.
How's Poland?
Poland is cool. Poland is really
Awesome.
cool. Yeah, super.
Awesome. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Yeah, you
That's
must be. You
amazing.
must be. How's the interview going?
Great.
Did you get any weird questions that would be very difficult to answer?
No, Teacher Ahmed, you're going to ask her the weird question now. Um,
Oh,
by the way, I don't need to introduce once again for Teacher Ahmed. People who don't know, this is another amazing teacher of Hello Teacher, Teacher Ahmed, who is in Poland at the moment, and I'm very happy and glad that he has joined us today.
yeah.
So, Teacher Ahmed, this is your turn to ask weird question to Angelica.
Oh
Oh
God.
my God! I should have prepared some questions.
I know.
I don't know. I haven't prepared anything, but what can I say?
Doesn't have to
Uh,
be weird. I'm not okay with weird because I get awkward. Ask me any normal questions. I mean, I don't mind. Whatever comes to mind, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of questions you were asked because I just finished working and I just came here immediately. So
So
I
we
don't
kind
know.
of talked about my life in general, I guess. But if you have anything, even if it was asked before, I'll tell you if I was asked before or not.
Okay, so uh, do you plan to go back to Poland someday? I mean, living there.
You know what? I thought about it. I was planning it in my head, but before the pandemic, actually, I kind of thought about it. But I'm not saying no. It's a possibility. It might, if I found, a good job or something, definitely. But probably I would move to like a bigger city. But I'm not saying no. So maybe. Who knows? Not a no. It's not a yes. It's just I don't know. Maybe. Who knows what's gonna happen? You know?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, that's
Thank you
right.
for the question.
This was the first question. The second question, something came to my mind. So,
Awesome.
what is the weirdest thing happening to you on Hello?
Oh, oh no. I think you guys know what I'm going to say.
I don't
The
know.
weirdest I mean, I don't have just like one weird, but marriage proposal probably, probably, or just people expressing their love, especially boys. But yeah, a lot of marriage proposals, which is very weird.
I mean, were,
But
were they were they were they proposing respectfully or was it okay?
some yes, some no. Depends on the person. Uh, but it's just very funny. Sometimes people just um, come to my live streams and they just say even without saying hello, like I love you, marry me. I have a lot of money. Please marry me. I'm just like okay. kind of weird. So I just kind of, um, you know, I don't ignore it, but I just kind of find a silly answer and kind of, you know, I don't want to like, be harsh or anything, but I'm just kind of like, okay, next question.
You know, Teacher Angelica, Teacher Ahmed has got 27 proposals up to now
27. Wow. I
You
don't
mean
know
you
how
mean
many I
for
got.
private lessons or for marriage?
for marriage.
Oh
I don't
my
know. I haven't
goodness.
counted that. No, 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 no way, teacher. Right? No way.
27.
I
Oh
don't
my
think
goodness.
I've got any.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have. Maybe not directly, but maybe you would kind of, suggest it or something.
Well, I keep telling everyone that my girlfriend is around, so
Yeah.
There you go. At least
this
you
this
have
is
that
the reason.
excuse.
So Teacher Ahmed is so meticulous when he's talking. Yeah. Other, we don't want anyone to be trouble. Teachers, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Esma said, yeah, something that happens to me all the time. I understand you very well. Yeah, a lot of my female students agree with me, and they always, say that we're as teachers, we're kind of lucky that people, especially, I don't know, I'm sure men get it too, but I'm lucky that students can't really send any messages because I know some of my students, especially female students, get a lot of weird, messages. So kind of lucky that we don't get it, but yeah, can be weird. Can be weird.
Okay. Teacher Ahmed, your next question, please.
Okay, so okay, nice, nice. Okay, let me have more questions. The next question would be, do you plan to stay teaching on Hallo to keep teaching, carry on teaching on Hallo for in 2022, probably?
For now, yes. I'm not planning on, leaving. I might be here, because of with the courses and stuff. We won't, teachers are kind of not doing the normal usual streams that we used to, usual schedules. We're kind of moving on from that to courses. So my schedule will definitely change. But for now, staying.
Great.
That's cool.
Let me take the opportunity to announce Teacher Ahmed's course as well. I'm going to show you. I'm going to share the screen. Yeah? One moment, Teacher Ahmed.
Oh, thank you. But teacher Rahat, there's actually a problem with my course. I don't know. I talked to lessons of the course, but I don't find my course anymore. Like I
Oh,
only find one of my course. The other one is just deleted from the schedule and everywhere. I don't know why. I just emailed the
but you have
support and I
two,
guess
and you can only see one, is it?
Uh,
yeah, I can see only one from the schedule and from the
uh,
screen and everywhere.
uh,
But this is another one.
there is a reason behind it, Teacher Ahmed and Angelic and all the people. If the students is less than three, it gets cancelled automatically by the
No, no,
system.
teacher had like we had two lessons,
Uh-huh.
but
Oh, after that.
the third one is for the next week.
Mm-hmm.
But the course is just hidden. I don't know where the course is, and
Oh.
there were 21 students in the class.
Ooh.
Oh,
I,
I don't know what's wrong.
that's strange.
But I guess they'll work hard on that, and they will see. But I have
Yeah.
this class starting next week for the IELTS speaking.
okay.
Okay, very good.
I like the Hello Courses, but what I don't like is the time.
Yeah.
The time is not really cooperative. To be
Nope.
honest, this is the honesty thing.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, definitely. When I first did my very first course lesson, I was so conscious of the time, trying to fit in everything and let my students actually speak, and actually learn something, but still trying to cover everything. And it's, yeah, quite difficult. But
Okay. Teacher Angelica, how much time have you got for us?
I mean, it's kind of getting dark. I don't mind, but I just want you guys to see me. But I
Yeah,
can.
we can see you. No worries. Uh,
Oh,
uh, uh,
No
uh,
worries.
I mean,
okay.
you don't have to see me. You see my face enough. I'm not alone. But
Okay, dear viewers, we're having conversation with teacher Angelika and our another teacher Ahmed. If you have anything to ask about the courses or the lessons, you're welcome to ask in the comment section. I'm sure they're going to read it and answer it.
Mhm. Yes, please. Any questions? Any nice questions? Mm.
Any weird questions?
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind weird, but there's weird and there's weird. You know what I mean? There's two types of
I
weird.
get it. I get it. You've got one weird, but the first tier of weird, not the
Yeah,
second tier.
exactly. Uh, the funniest moment on Halo, I feel like there's too many while. There's too many while after. Um, you know what? We always say that those are the students that like are always there watching, like while or even teacher Sabrina's always there,
Mhm.
Danica and everyone. We always say that my life streams won't get any weirder, and they always do. We always just start talking about one thing, and then it just leads to something so funny, and it's just like there's always something to laugh at. So yeah.
Anika has a question.
Did you have a favorite book while growing up? Favorite book while growing up. It's probably some Polish book that we had to read in school. I don't remember. It's in Polish anyway, so like I don't think there's any Polish version of it. Oh my goodness, good question, Annika. If I find one, Annika, you're always there. I will let you know. But I'll think about it and I'll let you know, guys.
Do you read a lot in Polish?
I used to, not anymore. Not anymore. I don't have that many thoughts. There's like moths everywhere. If I disappear, I was eaten by a moth. Um, but no, not really. I prefer English. I don't know why. It's just I can read quicker, and I kind of, it's kind of whenever I have to write something or read something in Polish, my brain kind of, I don't know. I'm not used to the um, teacher Ahmed, you probably know, how Polish kind of, the letters are put together. So my brain kind of forgot it. It can be kind of
It's
difficult,
not easy. Yeah, it's
and
not really easy.
it kind of slows down. So I'm more used to English, I guess. But I should because I don't want to like, get even more confused, I guess. But yeah, do you read any books in Polish?
Well, I just have, I guess, one or two books, Polish, learning Polish books.
Okay,
Not like,
yeah,
general books, but learning books.
okay, yeah,
And it's good, whenever I travel somewhere, I usually, read a few pages from in the train.
yeah,
But I read a lot in English, not in Polish,
okay,
or not in even my native language.
yeah. We're kind of the same. Yeah, there we go. Awesome.
So, teacher Ahmed, how long you are going to stay in Poland?
Well, nobody knows. Nobody knows about my life. Like, I have a plan to stay in Poland until October.
Mm-hmm.
And from October, I don't know if I extend one more year here or just go somewhere else in the world. I'm not really sure. But for
Okay.
now, until October is guaranteed. Like, the apartment I booked or everything is
Mhm.
already there.
Okay.
All
But
right.
you'll be on Hallow anyway. You'll let us know in October, I guess, if
Sure.
you're staying or not.
Yeah, yeah, I will be on Hello. Probably, yes.
Awesome.
Okay, there are a few questions came in the meantime. I can read it, and also teacher Ahmed and teacher Angelika, both you are going to answer these three questions. First one is from Salman. Have you ever annoyed by your students, and how did you manage it?
Ooh, annoyed. Um, there was never a question about any grammar or anything that annoyed me, if that's what you're asking. But if we're talking about a specific topic and people go off topic, especially if it's a weird topic, like you kind of mentioned before, yeah, I kind of get annoyed and I can get a bit sarcastic and I try not to, but sometimes it's hard. So I try to be nice, but I don't get angry. But inside, I kind of get a bit annoyed because they're kind of distracting me and everyone else. So yeah, I can get a bit annoyed or frustrated. Yeah, definitely. So I just tell them to stop and give them a warning, like I mentioned before. So yeah.
And how about you, teacher Ahmed?
Well, I guess I've never been annoyed here. I feel like it's quite normal. You can see some people writing bad comments or something, but it would be quite normal. But I sometimes see very weird, crazy, silly questions. Like a few days ago, somebody wrote, "Teacher, what's your job?" And I said, "You already said, teacher, what is your job?" So I don't know. Yeah, it's like very sarcastic. But yeah, these things happen.
Oh no.
And teacher Ahmed and teacher Angelica, you will be shocked and surprised to hear that. Very often I make live stream from big red buses, upper deck. And many times
Yeah.
students come, oh, are you driving the bus? Wow, you must be an expert driver.
Yeah, very very true. I don't know if they
Wow.
actually mean it or if it's just they want to ask a silly question. But I mean, I don't mind silly questions like that. It's funny, but
It
sometimes
is.
yeah.
Okay, there is another question. When you become angry, how do you control it? For both of you.
Ah, hmm. On Halo or in real life? Because in real life it's a different situation. On Halo you kind of have to be professional, and I don't get angry on Halo. I might, like I said, get frustrated or a bit annoyed, but
But
I don't get
personally, you get angry. I know that.
deep inside. I get angry, but I don't show it.
Hmm.
But in my personal life, um, I try not to. I mean, of course, everyone gets angry, so I just shout like everyone, I guess. I don't know, like a normal person, I guess. What about you, teacher Agnes?
Well,
Hello
for
everyone.
me,
Hi,
hello,
Hyder.
hello, hi there.
Hello
Good to see
teacher.
you.
Hello teacher Ahmed, teacher Angelika, teacher
Hi.
Rahat. How are you?
Okay,
Hello.
Good.
Haider, let us listen to the answer from the teacher. Then you'll get the chance to ask questions. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Go ahead,
Well,
teacher. Teacher.
getting angry, like on Halo, when I get you know angry, I don't get angry a lot, but if I can see that the person is not behaving very well after giving several attentions, several warning, then finally I have to block the person. This is the
Yeah.
only thing that I could do. Professionally, I have to block the person. This is the only thing that I do. But in my real life, when I get angry, I just, I don't know, I don't show it to other people. I just go out for a walk, usually in the park, or I listen to music,
Yeah.
or just, I go and drink something, or just go, I don't know, do some kind of activity, some sports, swimming, like football. These
Yeah.
things, it's just, I forget it. Or sometimes I just sleep.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's
when I
true.
wake up, I forget about my angriness.
Take a nap. Yeah. That's yeah. Definitely. 100%.
Okay.
The power of a good nap.
Mhm.
Exactly.
There is another funny question. You have to choose one. Uh,
Okay.
where is the question gonna? Bitter truth or beautiful lie?
Ooh, bitter truth. I would say. I don't want. I no. I don't want someone to lie to me. It depends. I mean, no. I was gonna say depends what it is, but yeah, just rip the band-aid off and just tell me.
Mm-hmm. Tisha Ahmed?
Well, same here. Honesty is the best policy. So
Exactly.
Okay. Uh,
sometimes, yeah, it's better to be hurt with a lie than with the truth than
I would
be kind of
appreciate
pleased
it.
with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm. Okay. There is an Arabic name. Ahlan wa Sahlan Maya is asking how Maya's daughter can learn English. What would be your advice? Both of the teachers. We can person.
Well, I have a daughter. I'm just looking at the comment. She loves English. Can you give some advice? How old is your daughter? How old is your daughter? Because it kind of depends, on how much she knows already, what her level is. To kind of let us know, we can give you some advice.
10 years.
10 years. Okay. What about, does she know any English? Or is she only, does she not know anything? What kind of level does she have? I mean, at 10 years old, she's not, I mean, she can be fluent if you speak it, but it depends on the level. Let's see. I hope you guys can see me because it's getting dark. I feel like I have a street light right there. So you guys can see it. Right there.
It's still light over there. Wow.
A little bit, yeah.
Twilight.
I never got that in Poland. When I talk to my family, they're always like, even after so many years, they still get like, wow, it's still bright enough.
Yeah, it's like 9:30. It's gonna be dark here.
Yeah,
Almost at 9:30.
I know. I don't go to Poland that often, but we're just sitting around with the family at night. It gets dark pretty quickly, and I'm just like, it's only 9. Why is dark already? But, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Haider, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
By the I'm sure you both know Haider is a PhD student from Finland. So Haider, what is or what are your questions for these two amazing teachers?
Oh, I don't have anything, but maybe I can ask something here.
Sure.
Okay. What?
Something easy.
I needed to thinking. Okay. Okay. I have the same question for each teacher. What's the best way to memorize new vocabulary?
Ooh, teacher Ahmed, go first.
Ladies first.
Ladies first. I knew you would say that. I hate being a lady sometimes. um, best way, the way I learn is, and it can be a bit time consuming sometimes, but I just, set a goal first, maybe like 10, 15 words a day. That's how I do it. Write down first word, and I write it in red, and then I kind of have my memory works that way. I have to write it like 10, 15 times over and over again, kind of gets stuck to my head. And if I can't remember a specific word, I kind of think of that. I take that word and I kind of think of one that's similar to it in English or even Polish or whatever other language that sounds funny, that kind of has a connection to something funny. So I kind of, connect them two together, and then kind of, stays in my mind that way. So I kind of connect the two together. So that's kind of my way of learning. But it can be time consuming sometimes. You have to write it, but that's what works for me. I don't know about you, teacher Ahmed.
Well, I mean, the best way is that when you learn a word, you have to use it or lose
True.
it. So it's very important to use the word. And I personally, when I was learning vocabulary and I was writing them down, writing everything down is very important. And just have some sticky notes next to your bed so that every time you wake up, every time you open your eyes, you can see the word and you can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Use them every day. Try to learn the words that are used, that are very common words first, and then go to the other words. And yeah, finally, when you use them, that I don't think you can forget them. It's nowadays, people use online ways pretty much.
Yeah.
So from the online, you can go to Quizlet and you can write the vocabulary over there, and it will give you automatically quizzes and tests. So Quizlet is one of the best, ways to memorize the vocabulary that you are learning.
That's very good. Yes, 100%. Yeah, I agree with that one too. You have to use it, and be, like you said, use the words that you're actually going to use. I've noticed myself sometimes I'm learning vocabulary and I stop myself and think I'm not really going to use it. I try to put sentences together that I'm going to use, in everyday life. So
Mhm.
definitely, yeah.
Teacher, that means you maybe everyone can new vocabulary related to major or related to daily speak or what? Daily
Um,
use.
Daily use is very important, and then you have to learn whatever vocabulary you have to use. Maybe you need it for work, right? So maybe focus on
Uh-huh.
that as well, or whatever you do in life, whatever whatever vocabulary you need for work, for university, for whatever you're doing in life. Like I said, everyone has a different thing. So, but yeah, everyday stuff, of course, is important. But and then you have to pick something maybe more important for work or something. If you work in a company, and so you need to know vocabulary for that specific thing. So yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's cool. Rupu had a question. Sorry, I nearly forgot. His question was, if you were to choose one superpower, once again, which superpower you'd like to choose and why? Uh, First, this question must be answered by Ahmed this time, teacher Ahmed, okay? And then teacher Angelica.
Oh my God, that's a very difficult and tough question. If I had a superpower, what would I choose? I would probably, I would probably choose to see my future. So I
Oh,
wanted to see what my future is, what is in my destiny. So yeah,
really?
that would be like, really my, yes.
I don't
Yes.
think I want to know. I'm just
Me
scared.
too,
What if
teacher.
something
I don't need it
right?
to. Yes.
What if something bad happens? Teacher Ahmed, what if something bad happens? And you're gonna have to live with it, you
Yes.
know?
Well, you just,
I
or I
mean,
could improve it. Why not? I could
that's
improve it.
true. That's
You
true.
cannot
Yeah.
change anything, teacher. You can only see and back to present.
Oh,
Oh, but I could have the superpower, A and B. A to see the future and B to
Oh,
change. To
oh.
change the bad from it and
that's
ameliorate
Now
it.
not
okay.
that's not how it works.
I
Oh my
always find a
goodness.
trick, so no worries.
Oh my goodness.
Uh,
That's funny.
Teacher Angelica, it is getting darker. How long can you stay with us?
Only a little bit because my phone is
Trying
actually
to. Okay.
dying.
All right. Okay. So we're going to wrap up very soon. So what would be your answer now? The same question.
Like I said before, reading minds. I don't know. I always wanted to read minds. I mean, it might not be that exciting, but if I really want to know something, I'm just gonna look at that person like, "Are you lying?" And they're going to be shocked. How do you know? I'll just say, "Yep, I just have a superpower. I know everything, so don't lie to me." I don't know. Um, or I think someone mentioned before. I think it was Lyle to be able to speak every language in the world.
Oh,
That would be awesome too, right? But then, what would be the point? I mean, if it's just one person that can speak all the languages, then it's fine. But if everyone can, imagine, hello. That would be kind
We
of
will be
weird.
jobless.
How?
We will
Yeah,
be
right.
jobless.
Yeah. I would, if I have that power, I would set up my own Hallow and teach every language in the world, and I would
yeah.
steal all the students from Hallow. I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that to June. I'm a nice
Teacher,
person.
sorry for interruption. It is possible to for any person to learn all language in the world.
Any language? Oh,
Not all languages.
not all. I don't think so. Not all languages. I mean, you can learn a few words or phrases, or have like small conversation with someone. But I don't. I don't know. I
There
don't
are
know. You
thousands
can try.
of languages all over the world, so how can you learn thousands of
Yeah,
languages?
that's
It's
true.
not only, 100 languages. No,
Uh,
thousands
Mm,
of languages are not really easy to control.
that is true.
And I'm sure if teacher Angelica knows all the languages and tries to be a teacher, she would be tired in no time.
Yeah,
yes.
that's true. I'm learning too, and I'm exhausted. So imagine learning all of them. That would be very, very tiring.
Okay, so my question is to both of the teachers. As you know, Hello is like a diversified platform. We have got different kind of learners, different kind of environment they are coming from, their perception about learning English is different. And you know, what would be your advice or suggestion or instruction for those people who would like to always motivate themselves to grow more, develop themselves to the next level?
That's a difficult question. Did you go first? Go ahead.
Oh, last time I was the first, so I think by all means it's yours.
Pressure's on me. Okay, so how do people go from one level to another? Is that what you're asking? In the transition? That kind of a question. Did I understand it right?
That's right. Yeah.
You know what? It's difficult because I'm kind of stuck in that myself. And I'm jumping from the beginner to the intermediate, or for myself, and then for other people, of course, it's different. It's difficult. You can be stuck in it for a while and not have any motivation, and you feel like you're stuck, and you just don't want to do it anymore. So if I find a cure for it, I will let you guys know, because I'm kind of stuck in it right now. So if you guys have any recommendations to me, that would be awesome. You guys, you can tell me. If you have it, you can tell me, and then I'll tell you if I agree, and I'll use it to make a jump for my own learning.
Let's go.
Oh God,
Teacher Ahmed, it's your turn. We are waiting.
Okay, so just you mean an advice for everyone how to level up their English?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, I guess it's very easy for them nowadays. There are more than I don't know 300 teachers on Hallo, or more than 100 at least teachers on Hallo. So if they join all the teachers every day and they have a plan, they write everything down. They have a notebook. When they enter any class, they usually consider the class not a funny place, but they consider it a university lecture. Then
Mm.
for sure they can learn a lot from that. But they don't have to consider a place just to say hi and hello to the teacher and nothing more. They have to
Yeah.
take notes, even if it is only a conversation. Any word that you learn, any new word, you can just write it. Teacher, what does that mean? And write it down. And every day you have to practice constantly. And as you guys know that with the new transition of Hello to the Hello courses, I guess it's going to be even better, because you get to know your level and you get to practice with only those classmates that are of the same level, and you get to study something pretty cool, and finally you can level up. But it all depends on your efforts. The teacher can help you, can guide you, but finally at the end of the day you are the person who decides either to level up or to stay.
Yes, teacher. I have bad experience with this teacher. I about me, I don't take or I don't climb the stairs step by step.
Mm-hmm.
Always I jump from one
Jump.
step to three or to four. So sometimes I don't feel good, and sometimes I hate the English because this. So I
Yeah.
needed to manage my time and learn only thing in one day. I can't learn in every day verbal verb or new vocabulary or idioms. I needed
Mm-hmm.
to focus on one thing only.
Yeah. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there's another question. What's your biggest fear?
I already answered.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
It's for Teacher Angelica as well. Teacher Angelica, what's your biggest fear?
I have a few. um, okay, so we all have like simple fears like spiders and things like that, right? So definitely like creepy spiders and all the bugs and stuff like that.
I can see one beside you.
No, no,
On
no,
your
no.
shoulder.
You're not gonna trick
Yes.
me. You're not gonna trick me.
Run away.
Um, what else? What else? What else? very extreme. Maybe like when you die and you get buried and then you wake up in the coffin. That's kind of my
Like movie? S-
yeah.
Stephen King's movie.
I'm so scared of that. I'm so scared of it. I always tell my students about my trypophobia. I'll type it in the comments.
Mm.
Trypophobia. I mean, that's hard to spell. I never know how to spell it.
Trypophobia.
Trypophobia. It's a fear. It's a silly fear. It's a fear of like a specific pattern or shape. It's kind of weird. If you want, Google it. I don't advise you to do it. It's weird and graphic. Not graphic, but it's just it's not a bad image. It just like triggers something. It's kind of weird. I don't know. That's kind of my phobia. Kind of weird.
Okay, dear viewers, once again, we are having conversation with teacher Angelika and teacher Ahmed, and we have got guest speaker Haider. We have to finish it because it's getting darker, and teacher Angelika doesn't have much battery life. So, if you have any more last question, it will be great.
How
I
about you,
don't
Paul?
have anything.
Cheese seller, stop watching horror movies. I don't know. Scary movies are okay,
Watch Friends.
but watch Friends instead. Any last questions, guys?
Teacher Angelika, do you drink Red Bull?
Sometimes. If
Give
I'm
you
in the shop, sometimes
give you
I
wings.
just buy it. It gives you wings. Apparently, it doesn't. It's just a lie. But yeah, I never grew wings from drinking it. So.
Teacher Ahmed, do you also drink Red Bull?
Very often, like
Oh,
at least 10 a week.
10 a week.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's always you're on high. Fly.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm energetic then.
there we go. That's
I think it is not healthy, teacher.
No.
yeah.
There are a lot of things in life that are not healthy, but I'm doing them.
Oh.
I prefer to do what I love.
Yes,
I do
teacher.
what I love, to be honest.
There are two more questions come suddenly. Would you like to read teacher Angelica and Ahmed? One is from Jandra and one is from Wael.
Okay, what's your favorite dessert? I have a sweet tooth. Anything that's sweet, I just eat it.
I think it's
Cookies.
written dessert. Isn't it?
Oh, wow, you spelled it wrong.
Dessert and
Dessert.
dessert.
I'm
It is
not
very
sure,
difficult
but
for me.
I don't know what he means.
You can eat the dessert.
I don't want to eat it. Oh my goodness. I think he meant dessert. What about you, Hamid?
Dessert, yeah.
Dessert.
Mm,
But I'm sure teacher Ahmed is capable of eating anything.
Well, yeah, for eating. I don't know. I try, different things. Like in Poland, we've got a shop. It's called Pikernika. Is that the name?
Pick,
yeah.
pick.
Yeah, I usually go there. They have great sweets, but I don't know any names of the
Okay.
Polish sweets. Just go and try, from time to time.
Try anything. Yeah. Awesome. What was the other question? If you could change something about yourself, what would it be? Ooh.
Mhm. Good question.
I mean, should we change anything about ourselves?
Mm,
Of
no?
course we should.
Yes?
Even coding, you know, you know, you have some skills or anything, just keep improving those, but don't change anything physically or
Mm-hmm.
kind of can change your habits or something if they're bad. Maybe if they're bad habits, maybe yeah, change that about yourself. But you know, your personality or something, unless you're a very bad person,
Huh.
then you will have a problem. But yeah, don't change, guys. Don't change.
And teacher Ahmed, how would you answer?
Well, I would just, I don't know, changing. there's nothing, I could change pretty much, but probably, a bit of procrastination. I procrastinate a lot, so I might have changed this.
Okay.
I just thought of maybe being more optimistic. I can be a bit negative sometimes, but then that be a bit more
Okay. That's really cool. I'm sure, guys, we have had good time with teacher Angelica and teacher Ahmed, and Haidar has joined as well, and all the lovely viewers. We should finish it now. I can see that teacher Angelica is trying to go, and actually,
optimistic.
I'm joking.
No,
It's getting
my battery's at 10%, so I don't want to get cut off without saying goodbye or anything. So,
okay. All right. So, do you have any advice for both of the teachers for our hello learners?
me, do I have any advice?
Yeah.
Come to my live streams and you will definitely improve. That's my advice.
Yes, totally true, teacher.
Great.
Self promotion.
Good
Self promotion.
advertisement.
And and how about you, teacher Ahmed?
Well, just say keep improving. Yeah, and join everyone. I'm not so mean like Angelica. I just say my on the live
Teacher,
stream. I'm
I
kidding.
said
directly
before.
we are joined with you, teacher.
Oh,
That is
directly you're joining. Okay,
you
I'm kidding.
guys.
I
I
just
said it.
want them to continue learning. That's all I can say to them.
Yeah. Don't worry. I said it before that I always talk of other teachers. Just because you didn't see it, okay? I'm not selfish. I promise.
I'm kidding.
I
You're
know.
the
I know.
best.
But it happens, teacher Ahmed and Angelica. I've noticed sometimes because we are humans, it is natural to be jealous, upset,
Mm,
angry, furious, right?
Well, to some point, yes. If you are jealous, it's okay. Like for something good. For example, if I see, for example, Tisha and Angelica gets a lot of viewers, and I have to go and check why she gets.
oh my
Is that
gosh. Really?
no? I mean, this is all right. You can check, and if the teacher is really great, you can also imitate their way or imitate his way. So I don't think there's something bad in imitation.
My
Oh,
brother just
teacher,
scared me. I'm
I
sorry,
have a
guys.
question if you
Yeah.
don't have any objection.
Oh, one moment, teacher Angelica, who scared you? Your brother?
My brother scared me. I'm gonna have to go, guys. Unfortunately, I
Yeah,
have to go.
we are going to finish in a moment. Sorry, Haidar, please. What's your question
Yes,
quickly?
I have a question for everyone, for teacher Angelica and teacher
Hmm.
Ahmed and you, teacher. Are you prefer beautiful teacher or mm, when compare about quality? Maybe the teacher have the same quality, but maybe you can follow beautiful teacher or other teacher.
If a beautiful teacher teaches something you don't like, there's no point. Go for someone that teaches a specific thing that you want, whether it's grammar or something. Don't just go for someone because they're good looking. You know,
But I think maybe the appearance maybe take attention of people.
good like beauty can be distracting. People get distracted and they don't learn. So
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's a good advice. Distracting.
Yes.
Mm. Okay, anyway, teacher Angelica has to go, and we're going to finish in a moment. Teacher Angelica, thank you very much for your time and joining with me.
Thank you too,
So,
Angelica.
thank you very much.
talk to you guys
L-
soon.
Sure.
See you
Enjoy.
later, teacher.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
We'll continue.
Bye.
We'll continue a little bit more with Teacher Ahmed and Haider. Yeah, Teacher Angelica, thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Teacher Ahmed is here, so now it's your chance to ask Teacher Ahmed weird and
Wait
funny
for the
question.
interview more fun. Yeah, it's 15-second interview, I guess.
Few minutes more. By the way, Teacher Ahmed.
Teacher Ahmed, how are you? I miss you, Allah.
Well, I'm great, thank you. Yeah, life is busy, I
I
know.
miss you to teacher Rahat Ali too.
Where did you go, Haider?
Teacher, I have bad situation actually. All my family was infected in coronavirus with coronavirus in Iran.
Oh, sorry to hear
especially
that.
my mom. She have many symptoms, but now everything is better. Alhamdulillah.
That's great.
That's very good news that
Alhamdulillah.
if things are better.
Okay, Teacher Ahmed, would you like to give any other advice to our students?
Well, they already get constant advice all the time. So all they need is just to practice, continue learning, and trying to level up. Yeah, not just being on Halo for fun, but trying also to learn and get something in return. Because it would be just like, squandering their time if they don't do anything.
Hmm. Thank you very much. And Haider, thank you very much for joining after a
Thank you, teacher.
little bit break. And obviously, things are changing on the Halos, as Teacher Ahmed, as you pointed us. You know that Halo has got the contract from Korean some schools, I think, and possibly we're going to get many Korean students in the coming future
Oh, to learn Korean language or what?
to teach English language to the Korean students.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, looking forward to that. We'll see what we can do.
That's
I
right.
hope you get more students then.
Hmm. And I believe that it will be a huge breakthrough for us if you start teaching the Korean students, and obviously there will be different levels, maybe young, or maybe children, or maybe adult, we don't know yet. We'll come to the on time. Okay, and Teacher Ahmed, I'd like to show your course one more time. Is it okay to our students?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
If,
thank you. Thank you.
if they want
That's
to.
so kind of you.
No worries, Teacher Ahmed. I always like, our other hello teachers come here, and I like to
Don't worry.
make them more, though they know you, but as a course teacher as well. I'm trying to find out your course.
Zendra, what's your biggest complaint about your job? Well, Zendra, I could say, I don't know. Once, I was working in international school in my country, and I forgot, one day to do the fingerprint once I entered the international school. And then, once I got salary, I saw that, $10 were deducted from my salary. And I said, what? I said, okay, this is my last day in the school. No, no, they said, yeah, here is your $10. I was like, not a complaint, but I said, this is my last day working in that school. If you don't do that again, but it was just like, I was in the school, but I forgot my fingerprint.
Okay, teacher Ahmed, the web has updated. You can say take placement test. New, feature has been added today, and also notification. Can you see on the corner, right corner?
I can see, but I don't see the placement test. Could you please tell us where is it? Is it like when you open the course?
When you go to the discover page, the new feature is take placement test. Is for the students possibly.
Is it for free
I'm not
or
sure yet. I have to
you
ask.
have to pay?
Can you please ask your students to try it, whether they ask money or not?
Could you guys please give it a try? Go to the discover page and click take the placement test to see
Yes,
whether
okay.
it's free or not.
It's very
This is
good.
a nice feature then.
Yes,
So
it,
students need to know their English level before they participate.
Hmm.
I guess maybe it might be the AI test.
Po-
I
po-
guess.
Possibly, yeah. I reckon so.
So if it is AI, then it's not for free. It's going to be $10
Hmm. That's great.
at least.
Okay. So, Teacher Ahmed, your courses are at the moment all free courses, right?
Free courses and also paid courses at the same time. I mean,
Th-
like I've got a course today. Like one student paid. Like
Hmm.
she chose to be a dreamer, and
Wow.
other students were participating for free.
Aspirer.
So both of them are at the same time in one lesson, in one class.
That's great. That's cool. Congratulations, Teacher Ahmed. And
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. And as officially,
But I don't know, like I haven't scheduled the courses. I don't know if it's like free again in August, or how's it going?
I heard that they're going to do it for the next 3 months to attract more students.
Oh, great.
July, August, and September, possibly. I'm not sure. That is, I heard it. I could be wrong.
So how do teachers work then? It's gonna be a bit difficult,
It,
isn't it?
that's right. That's why not
Either
difficult
it's
for
it's
difficult
correct.
for teachers, not for
Yes,
not for
students.
not for the students. That's why
for students it's gonna be awesome.
and
Yet I have a question, teacher. Maybe I can join maybe for two courses in the same time, or it is possible or
Not
not?
for free. Not for free.
Not for free, only for
only one course only.
oh
You get one. Yeah, every month you get one.
oh
Okay,
okay.
so I'm sure, Teacher Ahmed, you might have noticed that not all teachers are offering the free trial lessons. Maybe 12 or 13 teachers, and even though they're getting paid students, which is really good sign. And from the August, as I said, possibly it will be continued the free lessons, possibly August to September, and definitely you're going to get more paid students, which is really a good breakthrough for all the teachers.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope. Yeah,
I
I
have
hope to
suggestion,
hear
teacher.
about.
Sorry, teacher Ahmed. Continue asking.
Go
Sorry,
ahead. No,
sorry,
no,
sorry.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm not to say.
Maybe suggestion, or I give suggestion for Hello Authority to give 1 hour free in a private lesson.
1 hour free private lesson.
Maybe not that one. Maybe half hour, quarter hour, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, anything.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Get it?
Teacher Ahmed can propose it in the next meeting. Teacher Ahmed, take a note, please.
Well, I have only joined one meeting so far since working on Hallo. Unfortunately, no, the meetings are always on the time that I'm working, so
Mhm.
it's a bit difficult for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see that. Well, it depends on the teacher. The teacher can decide to give a private lesson for free.
Mhm.
It's possible for a teacher to do that, but not something from the authority from the Hallo.
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to wrap up our lesson. I mean, the private live stream, sorry, not the private podcast interview with the teacher. Angelika is gone. Teacher Ahmed and all the lovely people and Haida.
Thank you, Teacher
Thank,
Ahmed, for having me again.
Thank you, teacher
thank
Ahmed.
you very much, everyone, all the lovely viewers. It was not possible to read all the comments, otherwise I would get stuck. So, dear viewers, thanks for coming here. Please keep supporting, keep joining with these teachers, amazing teachers, and subscribe to the free course and grab the opportunity. Okay, and Haider as well. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow morning. If you are free, you can join.
Inshallah, teacher.
And also
I don't have anything.
4:30 tomorrow is my fifth trial lesson, and I have designed two of my own lesson, spoken English and grammar. I'm going to start it from the 7th of August, I think, and I'm preparing the curriculum and homework for this in the meantime. So
Okay.
thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you when I see you. Take
Have a
care.
nice dream.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Bye.